I'm a security owner. I own a security integrated company in Houston. And if I'm looking for data for, let's say, all security managers and security directors in my field, in my industry throughout the state of Texas, is that something you can pull up in your data?
Yes, there are multiple ways to do it. There's not just one way. So the first way I thought of off the top of my hand is business professionals under the custom database. Everybody gets a database called business professionals. This we keep adding to. There's 36 million people. And what would be an appropriate job title for who you're looking for?
Let's say security director.
All right, so there's multiple ways to do it. So first way, we'll just type in security. And I'm actually going to build some custom lists because this would be an example of why I'd want to build custom lists because there's a lot of different ways to find what exactly James is looking for. So there's quite a few criteria. I'm just going to skip down to the ones I'm going to use. But the main ones I pay attention to are seniority level, job title, department, company industry, then the codes, and sometimes the actual company name. So the first thing you said, security director, we'll do this as a search one. We'll leave it as a job title. So in that instance, there's just over 1,000 people who have the job title security director. But, and Mike, I see you're in here too, Mike F. This is an important thing because now that's not just one way to find security directors. There's another way. You can go up to the seniority level, put in director, and type in the job title security. Now we just separated. Okay, now we're looking for an array of security directors, security and director versus security director. And we found another 8,000 compared to the first 1,000. So we'll do we'll say security, job title, and starting my fingers. And there's a third way I thought of, and this can be security companies where people are in charge of the security companies, maybe as a third way. But that is a clever way. There's also one other way I want to point out that I just thought of. You can type in security and then do VP. All right, so that's 13,000. Security job title. So by doing this, all of these searches you're now not going to have to do as a user. So if you're white labeling, whatever the case may be, this is the way to save your user a lot of time. And now you were just looking for security directors, and now we have 3 unique lists where it's security director, job title, and those other 3.
And likewise, as a direct end user, right now that you have, if you have those pre-built saved lists, you can also refresh those lists. Is that correct?
Yes, these filters are pre-saved on the database.
But that would consist of the job title, the name, the contact person, their phone number, email address.
Yeah, so you get 80 to 90 different fields, personal information. So the children, the married, homeowner, estimated net worth, or we get all the information about the company they work for. So under the business professional database, everyone has they work for the most part. But if you keep scrolling over, a lot of scrolling, we end up into more company details. So all of this is the type of company they work for, employee count, the name of the company they work for. Really, this I generally use just to understand who the person is, because the American Express person is definitely not a CEO. But if we keep looking, we can see that the industry they're in is financial services. Their department is information technology, and their job title is Director of Information Security. So this was the first list, which was filtering by job title and seniority level. And if you keep going, you never see seniority level director. So he's listed as a director. He did have director in his job title, but because we did it there, we pulled more records. And if we keep on going, we get to the contact info. When you save it, and you download the file, it shows you all the info. It's blacked out here so people can't scrape the system. And you get the emails, you get the cookie that they use to visit that basically tracks them where they go on the internet. You get the cell phone, and you get a skip trace wireless. So there's a lot of details I'm not going to go over right now. Like we can go over it later. But a lot of details of which phone to use. Simply put, mobile one you should use, and skip trace wireless. All the other phone numbers, for instance, if you were born in 1955, this could be the landline phone number that went to your rotary dialer. So this is, reference point. And you guys can use this number for skip trace. The way you make money is you become your own advertisement. So let me go down to some of the a lot of the newer emails that are very educational. So increase email deliverability. I don't try to sell anything in this email. I'm just talking about how to send email, how to not land in spam. And I put a link every few rows. This is my advertisement. This is the ad that pops up on the right panel of whatever news website you look at in the morning. And now you're not paying for it. It's you. So repetition, I do this 2 times a day. And for the most part, I am always sending educational stuff, not educational, but stuff that the reader doesn't know yet, but it's still related, like Make and Zapier. Just telling them what Make or Zapier is. Just theoretically in Advocate Data, you could build your own Make or Zapier now that we have the enrichment tied in, because you can add your own web keys in it or webhooks and everything. But we don't tell people that. We're just educating people and getting the messaging, embedded as many ways as we can.
Is this an email that's coming in the future there, that one?
If you haven't gotten it yet, yes. Yeah, because I started this email chain in January, and I just keep the same chain. I just add new emails to it.
Okay.
And I basically, if I have an email written that sounds really good, I might go tell ChatGPT to write it in a different tone of voice, and then I'll go and stick it right down here for later. So that way, if I want to just add, so many. But yeah, it just keeps going, keeps piling through. And this is where it's stuck. And now I have all these.
So you add new people to this flow as they come in.
Yeah, and I also will drop, depending, and I'll use the word intuition a lot. And 2 weeks ago, we had a lower than average amount of appointment. And I made the decision to drop in 25,000 or 30,000 new email addresses. So this was the week that I'm saying was right here. This one was, Kush was very upset. So I went and uploaded 30,000, and this is the following week, and this is this week currently. So I haven't uploaded any new people, but they have been booking much more frequently, so I haven't had to add anymore. So it's like a recipe. You'll start to notice, hey, is my open rates going down, and my click-through rates going down, and my appointments going down? I don't measure responses. I only measure money, right? Like I can say we're getting more consistent revenue doing this, and our phone calls with clients are getting a lot shorter because they have a lot of information that they already need. And then you have to do less sales stuff on the phone basically, and have every opportunity to lose the trust because now you sound like a salesperson.